Okay, welcome back to What If Hitler Was Reincarnated as a Jew. I'm not gonna give up the joke, by the way. Anyways, this is World War Arc 3. World War 3 arc. So continuing on. Nah, I'm just capping. Anyways, I'm a lot more energetic this time. That's for one. I'm gonna make this a short part because I'm gonna do at least 3 parts for this. Uh, I'm pretty sure he said Sasuke doesn't get the curse mark, so nothing happens there. I'm pretty sure I left it off to where, uh, if you want confirmation about was it Kurumi? Wait, did I name her Kurumi and Narumi? Okay, Kurumi and Narumi. Okay, yeah, those are the two names. Okay, those are gonna be super similar. Goddamn, why did I do this to myself? Anyways, continuing on. Let's just say entitled and literally cool. We go back to the mist. They're making regular trades. Naruto's talking with well, I guess you can say Minato, uh, Kushina, and Narumi. They're trying to build up their family. It, Naruto is getting close to forgiving him. It's been like at least 3 months. Due to the alliance, Minato asked if he can have Naruto at the village. Like he can come whenever he wants, and like Mizukage agreed because she finally wants him to see his family. Because he did feel pretty bad not being able to see his mother and his newborn sister for all this time, but eh, who knows? They don't. They can tell something, but sometimes they can't tell what he's thinking. And that does scare them sometimes. But continuing on, Focon has forgiven Naruto for letting Bahamut rape her. I can't say much. Basically, they were in their human forms when they did that. Don't try coming at me about bestiality. They were in their human forms. Now deal with it. Continuing on. Let's just say, what I want to do like my own arc. Oh yeah, that could work. So, how am I gonna implement this? Hmm. Yes. Um, Orochimaru did something similar to Mitsuki in Boruto, but the bad part is one of the Archon's souls, or complete power and soul, went into the, was it, I guess you can say, artificial human, and slowly taking and took over him because literally nothing there. Literally nothing there. Takes over him, breaks out of containment of the like glass tube, the original glass tube you would all know. Like people floating in it, that type of glass tube. Gets closed, literally books it out of there. No, he kills anyone in his way. And he's like, that signature, that power, it's definitely him. He's here. If that asshole thinks he can kill me and actually get away with it, he has another thing coming. And yeah, you know who's the main villain now. Fucking an Archon. I'm gonna name him Vortex. Vortex. How can I put this? Most Archons aren't really the gods of something significant. Most times they're greedy. They want more power for themselves because they're weak compared to other gods. Though they train their overall power because they're divinities they can't really use against each other without sacrifice of another one of themselves. So if they were planning to kill a god with a divinity, they would kill themselves in the process. But the only problem is, if you did that, well, things aren't just gonna be good. Things aren't gonna go well. So that's why most Lycans only sacrifice themselves with their powers or divinities when there's multiple Archons on the field. Or fighting at a time. So, yeah. I did say Naruto doesn't have his memories. So, Vortex, he can sense that this star copy that has his powers isn't. It's not Star in control. It's more of another personality. Cause what did they give him? The 32-tailed fox. He's technically. Did I give him this? Okay, if I said he was a god of time and space in this one too, no, he's not. He's a seraph, and a seraph is basically one of the more divine angels out of a picking. So he made him a seraph over the time and space. Gave up two of his divinities to make a really strong one, a person, just so they could do that. And yeah, there. That's pretty much it. Um, so if we want to get literal here, uh, he's been trying to formulate and try to find out him and try to kill him this entire time. He's been basically stalking that. He's been basically stalking. Uh, he's basically been stalking. Star for this entire time, finding out what he's good at. Though he hasn't really done combat, and he can feel something's watching him. Don't get me wrong. He's still a sensory type. He feels this intent to kill him, but not him. Something inside of him. It's directed towards him, but not actually at him. So he confronts this eventually, and due to the confrontation, the Vortex reveals himself. Vortex does not wear a similar armor to the Lycans in any way. It's a lot more, I guess you can say, medieval type, like knight armor. That type, but without all the chainmail. Just minus all the chainmail that's in there. Take that away, bam, that's his armor. But I'm currently playing the game, so I'm sorry if you hear the controller. I'm not gonna put the gameplay in. You're gonna get a picture, and that's about it. That is as good as you're getting. And from that, I guess we can say, how can we do this? A fight's gonna happen. I'm gonna stop the game actually and get more detail in the fight. So it's not Star or it's not Naruto who makes the first move. It's Vortex. Vortex immediately goes in for a swing. He's using a heavy I guess a heavy sword. It's like those types you can see in the game. Like the handle is basically the sword hilt, or the extension of the sword is basically a thick sword. It's flat at the back of it, and at the front of it, it's sharp, and it's basically wide. I would guess. How much would that be? Not a ruler length. I would guess like 8 inches, like in lengthwise. No, no, no. Like from front to back for the blade, or from like the sharp part to the end, like the flat part. That's gonna be like 8 inches from front to back. Th the thickness of it is gonna be around 3 inches. 3 inches, and the length is gonna be like 20. How much would that be? No, like 4 feet. That's the length of it, if you want accurate size. So Vortex goes in for the first hit. Naruto pulls out one of his katanas, blocks it, but the power of it gets the katana, shocked waves it away. So he grabs the other katana to try and slice him, but he knows that Star always gives any reincarnation he has this style. So he immediately blocks it, and Naruto is confused in how he knows a technique they've never fought before. So he must have been watching him. Well then, guess he won't see this one. He goes with an immediate kick upwards. The vortex literally just falls back a little, and then goes in to kick him the same way he did, but Naruto literally flips to her side and kicks him. Vortex didn't see this coming because he made a few minor adjustments to the fighting technique. It's not completely like Star, but it is it's similar in many categories. But in terms of Star, he doesn't really use all all legs in his techniques that much. He does use his legs for counterattacks, etc. But isn't it's like in main use it's more swords. It's not like how can I put it? I wouldn't say that Sasuke. No, that doesn't really work well. No, like no one in Naruto, I guess you can say, no one in Naruto really has the sound going for, but he mixes it in with taijutsu. He basically it's not flat hand taijutsu, of course. He's using the hilt of the blade to become like more of a like reinforcement behind his punch. And so he's doing that mixed with kicking. And so it's throwing Vortex off extremely. And he's getting massacred out here. Basically, a massacre. He's destroying him, he's leaving him no time to recover. And the Vortex is gone here. They finally go power up. They basically like Dragon Ball, I guess you could say, that type of power up. And the Mizukage, because Anko is over there too. The Mizukage, because Kurumi's not with him right now, and Vortex is blocking this, so it's only Naruto. So the Mizukage, this time, Kurumi, Fu, and Anko see this, and they start rushing over because they can see this is Naruto's power or chakra, and they're fighting. And the shockwaves are not even letting them get close. Bahamut and Falcon are out having a date. They also came too, but the shockwaves are literally not letting them move any closer to where they already are. Like Kurumi, Falcon, and Bahamut can get a little closer, but the shockwaves would hurt them too. So they can get like 10 feet closer. That's it. And so the shockwaves, you constantly just see like if one of them blocks with the sword, like up until the block point is like a wind pressure slash. It like cuts straight through a mountain. That's how powerful that they're going. But due to this, Naruto put up a barrier. That's for like if they were near a mountain. Naruto put up like I guess you could say. What can you say? Like a Merlin's perfect cube from Seven Deadly Sins. Like nothing can escape it, but it's like on bigger field. So they're doing that right now. They're fighting like that. They're fighting in that. It's basically Star and Vortex are on an even level right now. Well, actually no. Star has the or not Star. Naruto has the advantage in this one, because Naruto himself is implemented more techniques into Star style, which Star has he's already copied this. Goddamn, this man saw what Naruto was doing, and he was like, "Oh, it is really helpful. I'm gonna take this. Thank you. I'm glad I made you a seraph now. Use it wisely, boy." So continuing on, the Naruto throws. Okay, I'm gonna go into like narration mode. So excuse me. Excuse me for this. Naruto throws a swing which turns into a punch the moment he blocks. Oh, wait. Okay, never mind. I thought you could hear the siren. If you can, I'm sorry about this. Some asshole keeps on putting this fucking siren up there on his car and doesn't turn it off. Alright, I'm sorry. Don't blame me. But, holy hell. These guys are absolute idiots. But I'm sorry about this, but I'm gonna continue on. So he throws a very like a sword swing that turns into a punch, hits him dead square in the face. Then he goes in with a upper kick, basically just kicking him in the chin. But Vortex literally also did this. He kicked him in his chin while he like when he kicked him, he used the momentum from the kick to go to his leg and kick Naruto in the face. They both fly back. Naruto lands on the wall side of the perfect cube, and so does he. They clash. They exchange the sword. And Naruto gets in a cut, but the shockwave, because Naruto used a lot more power to literally block this attack, but the power itself was way too much for Naruto to handle. Why do I yawn only when doing these videos? God damn. I do yawn most of the time, but I yawn a lot more during these videos. But Naruto throws, exchanges swords. They basically just do an anime thing where they just basically go at blinding speeds and do a slash towards each other. Naruto gets a pretty decent cut on Vortex. But Vortex's sword has a lot more weight, so he used his right sword because Vortex was on Naruto's right, and Naruto was on Vortex's right. Yeah, I guess you can say that. So he uses the right sword to take the hit, and he uses the other sword again there and slice him on the side. This wound is not gonna be able to close no matter what you do. During these fights, there are not a lot of close like that. So yeah, not like instantly healing. Just because Lycans and Archons have like a few rules with each other. They're not allowed to use their powers to heal themselves because it would be like a never-ending fight. Literally, I don't think and they all don't want to be there for like a fucking year just fighting one battle. So yeah, let's go. Only Aaron and I'm gonna go with Aaron and you want Ian? Why not? Aaron and Ian. No, 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 no. I'm actually no. We don't know the number one's name at all for the Archons. They just call him Corruptor. So Corruptor and Aaron like spend years in one fight. That's how, because Ian doesn't give a shit about that. He just, or not Ian. God damn it. The Corruptor doesn't give a shit about any rules. He just wants to kill Aaron and take over the multiverse. But the other ones are like, nah, I don't want to fucking spend a year fighting. Let's just not heal. So they go like that. And Karma, they can't. None of his beasts are inside him, so they can't really heal him right now. So it's only his own power. And do this, he's fighting very well. The shockwaves are still going out of the barrier, but they're very, very much weaker compared to what if they were not inside the barrier. So the others are still getting blown away, and they're not getting hurt. All right, all right. But it's like that typical anime clash with the swords. Then they go back in. Naruto's right side is aching a little because the impact from his sword. Because the sword is fucking heavy. We can just only clarify that now. The sword is fucking heavy, and they go in. They continue. They completely fight this battle up. Naruto is literally using all his power just to go on an even playing field with him, and so is Vortex. And eventually, Vortex almost hits Naruto straight in the heart, but he redirects it just barely to hit his left arm. And he used his right sword to redirect it, cutting off his left arm. But then he got his right hand on top of the back side of the sword, and he used that perfect clearing to cut off Vortex's head. And Vortex is technically dead at this point. He is dead. Naruto just killed him after 20 minutes of fighting. It was exhausting for Naruto. And he can't heal his arm, and it's bleeding out. And he literally, the perfect cube stays there no matter what. So he has to forcibly take it down or he will die, and he knows this. But he doesn't want to leave them there. He really doesn't want to leave those girls, the people he loves right now. Or the Naruto doesn't want to leave the people he loves right now. So he's fighting all his with all his willpower to disable the barrier, which he does. And Kurumi just absolutely kills him. Kurumi heals him, and so does Bahamut and Focon. They're all panicking. They don't know what the hell happened to him. They are panicking very hard. And it's something not many people can say they've done very well. Naruto is panicking. Or Kurumi and Bahamut, as well as Focon, are panicking, healing him. They closed up the wound on his left arm. That is given. They closed up the wound. But they not much else. They they healed him. He's not gonna wake up for like at least a day. So Kurumi, Focon, Anku. Oh no, Kurumi, Mei, Fu, and Anko are the most worried here. They are the most worried about this. And so they stay with him the entire time. They don't leave his side whatsoever. He wakes up a day later, but due to the amount of force he was using, and he did get hit in the head pretty hard with the backside of the hilt, because of Naruto, the Vortex's sword, he used the backside of it to hit him, because he had the back turned to him and he wanted to get a hit in regardless of which side it was. So he put a lot of power to get a blunt force trauma, and so Naruto doesn't really remember much. He just remember vague images of Fu, Fu. Here's the people he remembers: the Mizukage Mei, Focon, Bahamut, Kurumi, Fu, Anko, Mizukage, Kurumi, Bahamut, Focon, as well as his mother Kushina, very vaguely though. So he wakes up, he's like, "Who are you?" to the doctor, and like, because the doctor knows Naruto, and he's like, "Whoa, no, please don't tell me he has memory loss. Like, stay here, sir. We need to check more tests on you." They call in Kurumi, Kurumi, because Kurumi, the others went to go home. They all literally feel super sad, but they need to wake up in case, or they need to be healthy just for Naruto in case they wake up too. In case he wakes up, that's what they thought. So, Kurumi, Anko, Fu, and Mei are literally sitting there, uh, sitting there, going. They're literally They're literally making sure Naruto's okay if he wakes up, which he's going. Also given. He wakes up, and yeah, you can really see how this is going. He wakes up. He barely remembers. He knows he was in some sort of relationship with them, but he doesn't know what relationship. So he asks him like, "You're the people from those images in my head. Like, what are you talking about, Naruto? Like, how do you know my name? Wait, what is my name?" And so Naruto forgets his name. They tell him you're from Naruto. You're a boyfriend. You're the person I love, and stuff like that. And yeah, that's what happens. They literally are doing that. I'm doing that. Though they spend. I'm not gonna get into the too much nitty gritty stuff. Most of them literally spend the next year regaining his memories, which he's been getting back slowly at a time. So he has like almost he basically has all his memories after a year and like 3 months. They did contact Minato Kushina about this and Narumi about this, so they could you know, at least know what if they come over here. So they do. Naruto can't remember Minato. So yeah. To him, he can't really be bothered to care about that. And so he doesn't. He remembers them. Now he remembers them all. He's okay with Minato. I must say this now. He's okay with Minato. And yeah, Minato treats him like a family. They all have a family. They all. I'm gonna just say this. After 2 years, Naruto proposes to all of them. And yes, a family Naruto ship with the May okay they all after another I think 3 years is good enough. 3 years they want a child, and so they all go with Naruto. They all ask for a child, etc., etc. I'm gonna just give you the images of how the child looks. The May's child is gonna have one its hair, not it's what her hair. May's is gonna be a girl. Kurumi's is gonna be a guy. Who do I? No. Fu, Anko, May, and Karmi. I'm gonna give Karmi the guy. Karmi is gonna be the only her son's gonna be the only guy within this. So Karmi's son literally is gonna have how many tails do I want to give him? I'm gonna give him like at birth he has like 15 tails, and they're already like, this looks pretty promising by Kirby standards. 15 tails, he's gonna get like I might say he has like he gets 36, four more than his mother. Just yeah, and yeah, forward on to this. Do you get more onto this? Oh God. I want to make another series. I want to make another series. What if Naruto was a guardian? I want to make that. Don't judge me, alright? I like the fact that guardian. I'm not gonna give any hints. I just want him to be a guardian. Okay? Okay. So, yeah, Naruto literally has a kid with Kurumi. It's gonna have orange hair, white tips of the tails and ears. The hair is completely orange with light blue eyes, as blue as the like white. Have you seen Hawaiian pictures of Hawaii, the ocean? That type of color, that type. That is what he has. All right, all right, we good. So, hmm, what? That's how he's gonna look. Basically, look up a picture of Mayo Kurama. That's how he's gonna look. Mizukage's child is gonna have hair coming out one eye. I'm gonna give him brown. That's because that's their hair color. That's Mizukage's hair color. She takes up more after her mother. She has a little bit less of the things. You know what I'm talking about. A little bit less of those womanly features, but she still looks pretty. Well, she looks quite gorgeous by a man's standard. She looks gorgeous. Anko and Fu. Fu has. How am I gonna do this? Because Fu naturally has orange eyes. Okay, Fu. Her child is gonna be a girl with green hair, long green hair instead of hers, with orange tips and orange eyes like Fu. And Mizukage's hair, the daughter is gonna be long brown hair with no, with white light blue eyes. Like it looks like a copy of her, which is a little more gorgeous. Fu long hair, orange tips, orange eyes. Does not address anywhere near Fu's like standards, I guess you can say. Nothing like Fu, but yeah. Okay, sorry about that. I literally got distracted for like a minute. Anyways, continuing on. Anko's child is gonna have. No, Kurumi's is not gonna have light blue eyes. No, she's gonna have the fox slit eyes, red fox slit eyes like hers. Like the picture, she's gonna have red fox slit eyes when Naruto gets mad. That's where he gets it from. Okay, okay. And Anko's child is gonna have a yellow with purple tips, like strands of his hair or her hair. My bad is purple. And yeah, strands of the hair is purple at some times. As much as I'm gonna give. The yellow with strand hair, who dresses like a female Naruto, I guess you can say, like Naruto, those type of images, if you want to search those up. Basically, dresses like that. And I'm gonna just say they live happily ever after. But events of Boruto don't happen, so it's basically peace within the ninja world for like the next few thousand years. No one wants to go to war. There's of course rogue ninjas. They still have people protecting other people like that. It works like that. They do it more to help each other in case if something happens. They all they all team up. No, let's say events of Boruto do happen. They all team up to fight all those Itsuki. They do win in the end eventually. That's what happens. All right, we good. We good with that. Now, uh, we just want. I want to do the other one. I also want to play a game right now because I'm a gamer. What do you think by the title, boys? But anyways, yeah. Let's just say Momoshiki fight Naruto bodies him solo. And he basically does the same thing with Naruto Sasuke, but just by himself. And he wasn't trying that much. He doesn't go to that world, he just does it online, like, fuck it. You guys are weak. Pretty much like that. Alright? Alright, now ending this. Bye. This has been Gamer What If. Stay gaming.